What has 2 plumb bobs and wants to install an adjustable track bar? This guy. Okay, I noticed that my track bar is under a lot of tension when it's connected, and the axle is not centered on the frame. So do you need an adjustable track bar? Well, does your Bronco drive straight down the road? Is your axle centered in the frame? If the answer to those questions is yes, you don't need one. But if you lift it, or in my case, it's not lifted, but it's just not right, I wanted to be able to adjust it and get it into like a perfectly centered neutral position. Just got a couple plumb bobs on the internet to help me center the axle, and then we'll use a ratchet strap to get it in the right position with the vehicle down on its weight. I wish I had the engine in, but it'll be much better than it is right now, and I can always fine tune it later because it's adjustable. So let me get this up in there, hang the plumb bobs, and then we'll get the track bar on. Okay, I'm hanging my plumb bobs here. I'm gonna actually raise them up a little bit, and I'm gonna take off of the edge of this clamp that clamps the C bushings on. That's a good known dimension, so I'm gonna bring these up so that lined up, and I can just put my tape on it, and then I'm just gonna lower the truck first because the suspension is gonna settle. Then I'll set it there and start measuring. I should have taken the old track bar off. I mean, I have one side loose. I should have just done the other one while I was up, but I think that's a 15/16. No, an inch maybe? It's an inch and an eighth. All right, the plumb bobs ended up being a waste. I was able to just take a measurement from the wheel to the frame, the tire to the frame, and I'm at 10 1/4 on this side and 10 1/2 on this side, which is a 1/4 inch difference. You split that difference and it's an eighth, which is basically means that with the sway bar disconnected, it's level. Now, I don't know, let me see if I can zoom in. The focus at the 7 or 8 o'clock position is where the start of the hole is on the track bar. So basically, my adjustable track bar, I need to set to be 1 hole bigger or longer than the stock one. Actually, why do I need to, I know how long it needs to be. I don't need to have this on the ground anymore. This is already loaded with all the bushings. Whoa, beef. This is beefcake. I have to bang that in a bit. Okay. It's a little thicker. I don't think that matters. That is the same thickness. That's good. We were trying to get this to be, this looks like the stock length. Yeah, so it came pretty much the stock length. And we need to go out. There you go. All right. All right, that's pretty much where it needs to be. It definitely has a much more pronounced kick over to it, which I don't hate. Maybe 2 turns short. Let me take my measurement again because, like I said, the suspension unloads. That's now at 10 1/8. And that's at 10 5/8. So it shifted this way. So that's actually probably pretty good. So let me get my bolt and nut for that. Gentle persuasion. I want to put a washer on there just so it sticks further out into the castle nut hole, because I was finding it wasn't really lining up well. Maybe a new one will work better, but no. Oh, too much. All right, that's in. Okay, now we can yard on this thing. Doesn't have to be too crazy though. It's got nowhere to go, so just, you know, just snug. There you go. Nice. Okay, that's how you professionally install, very smoothly, without any hiccups, install an adjustable track bar. I'm really hoping that helps. So there's 3 things I'm doing for the steering. 1 was that. 2 is changing the steering column, which I'm going to show you after I do it, because trying to film that's going to be a nightmare. But long story short, I'm taking a Chevy GM column and then using parts I'm getting from Tom's Off-Road, which includes a pretty sweet wood wrap steering wheel, an adapter, the rubber collar that goes around a 2-inch column, because the aftermarket columns are 2 inches instead of 2 1/4 or whatever the stock Ford one is. And I'm gonna need to get it figured out. So I'm gonna have to get a new shaft and double D joints or whatever, but that's easy. So that's 2. So track bar, steering column, and the casters, which I changed the shims and the C bushings in to give it 7 degrees of caster. So and then 4th, I'm going to put an orifice on my power steering pump, because it's got the Explorer power steering pump. That in combination with the Tom's quick ratio steering box, it's too much assist, like it's too twitchy. I want more feel. So I'm gonna put an orifice on like it's a restrictor orifice that screws into the top of the power steering pump where it connects to the box, and that'll restrict the flow and give me a little more feel. So those are the things I'm doing for steering. And then I also need to finish putting the gas tank in now that the tire carrier is on. So I'll get that done, get the gas tank in, get the receiver hitch done. Once I get the steering column in and done and hooked up, then all I have to do is get this cam. It is now November 1st. The cam was supposed to ship yesterday. It hasn't shipped yet. So who knows when that's going to happen.